Hey there friends, I'm Andrew from the Scrapbot, and I've been watching ARCANE, which means two things. One, I'm emotionally devastated, and two, we're gonna make some ARCANE figures today. Now, for those of you not in the know, ARCANE is a show based off the game League of Legends. Do you need to play League of Legends to like ARCANE? No. Some people recommend not playing League of Legends before you watch. Some people recommend not playing League of Legends at all. I don't know, I've never played it. I can't tell you if it's good or not. Anyways, the show itself is fantastic and asks the question, how much devastation and trauma can we give our audience and have them come crawling back for more? It's a lot. They give you a lot.
Just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
If you haven't seen ARCANE at all, pause this. Actually, like, subscribe, then pause, go watch at least season 1, then come back and watch the video. We'll wait. Are you done? Okay, you're back. If you haven't watched season 2, don't panic. There won't be any spoilers. Maybe slight vague references, but no spoilers. Shh. So, today we're going to be making 3 of the classic characters. 1, 2, 3. And on top of that, a little while ago, I got some knockoff versions of the figures. And we're going to compare the two and see which one is better. And there's only one way to find out. By starting. Let's go. Before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe as we're on our way to 100K. Can we make it before the New Year's? It's up to you. Back to it. Making Vi. The first character we're going to start off with today is the elder sibling of the dynamic duo. Not only is she brave and strong and brooding, I'm Batman, but she's also, hold on, what does that say? A certified muscle mommy? That's what the script says, don't ask me. Anyways, let's make Vi. Each minifigure will consist of 4 separate parts, a custom designed leg, torso, and face decal, as well as a sculpted hairpiece. Once complete, we'll test it against the character model as well as the knockoff and see how we did. Let's go. The face. Like most people, Vi has a face. Unlike most people, Vi has written her name on her face. We're going to use the series 25 Barbarian as a reference for Vi, as the two of them are constantly scowling. One of the most important things about making custom LEGO is capturing the design and aesthetic that LEGO brings. You'll see in the comparison that things like weird eyes, too much detail, and no uniform lines make customs teeter closer to the uncanny valley than anything else.
Whoa, I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Luckily, Vi's face is pretty normal other than her tattoo and some extra scarring. So we're gonna call this one done.
You look like you need a new jacket. Take mine.
Thanks. Wow, cool jacket. I'm pretty sure that's how it happened in the show. Making Vi's torso is pretty simple. I'm just trying to match her actual photo without putting in too much detail. Those belts near the bottom are going to be a hassle though, so I'm probably going to keep them for the waist print. Now, I started on the back of the torso and got exactly 49 seconds in, then stopped. For over 2 hours. See, I was convinced that there was some golden disc on the back under the hood. But I couldn't find evidence of this disc anywhere. It's not on the back when she first gets the jacket, but I could have sworn I'd seen it on there. Does she add it in season 2 and I'm accidentally spoiling things? I couldn't remember. And as soon as I was going to admit insanity and that there never was a ring, I found this. I'm not crazy. It's on her back in the ARCANE skin in the game, which means it exists somewhere, and that's good enough for me. Now, I'm going to be giving her a hood accessory that goes over her shoulders, so did I just waste 2 hours on something that's not even going to be seen? Maybe. Was it worth it? Maybe. But with the torso done, we can move on to the legs. Now, fantasy worlds really love weird pants. And Vi tore a page straight out of Riku's book because she's got regular pants and then overpants. Why? Aesthetics. Listen, don't ask for fashion tips from someone who glues scrap metal to their boots. The trickiest part of this design is she has a dark blue undershirt that drapes down. And you can't really print in the center of Lego's pelvis piece, so the pelvis will be dark blue, and we'll try to make everything match up. That being said, pants are done. The final mission for Vi is to sculpt her some hair. Every Blender project starts with a cube that must be destroyed. Cursed cube, be go- Oh no, not like this.
That one's going in the vault. It's gone.
With the cube and our childhood friends taken care of, we can get out 2 Lego hair pieces. The first one is a shortcut hair for the right side of Vi's face, and then the longer rocker hair for the left side. I'm using regular Lego pieces so I can keep that classic Lego look. Now, by using the magic of 3D sculpting and video editing, we can combine them like that. Perfect. Let's send these to the printers and put Vi together. Usually it's the resin printer that has issues, but today it's the regular printer. Great.
What is this?
Let's see if cleaning the print head helps out.
Okay, well that looks terrible. But, second round, that looks less terrible. And the colors seem to be fine, so let's give this a third try.
Now for those of you out of the loop, all my 3D parts are printed with a resin printer, washed, cured, and then painted by hand. The prints are applied via water slide decals. They're not as high quality as other methods, but they're a good entry-level option. One of my goals for this channel is to get a UV printer, which prints directly onto pieces and has much better durability, but the brand name ones are huge and expensive, and the smaller desktop ones have less reliable sellers and are also expensive. I'll probably go with option 2 when the time comes and cross my fingers it turns out alright, but until then, we make do. Now, let's finally see Vi. Did we make a passable Lego minifigure? Looking at both the figure and the model side by side, you can definitely see that the minifigure is more vibrant. That's because all of the colors match Lego's official color palette. It's a classic move from the toy company, and you can see examples in characters like Widowmaker, who have much more muted colors in the games. Her hair sculpt works well, and Lego even has classic power gauntlets. Some things that I don't like is her face print is awfully muddied for some reason. I'm gonna blame the printer on this one. However, the dark reds need another coat on the arms and hair, and that's on me. Comparing with the knockoff figure, you can see that the print quality is impeccable. That's UV printing for you, but they've also muddied their designs with so much detail. I think that's the main issue is Lego has a simplified look, and while I love the amount of detail that went into the outfit and hair, it no longer looks like Lego. Especially with those terrifying eyes. At this point, I'll call it a draw. But when I get a UV printer, it's over for you. Wait a minute. Tracer from Overwatch has the perfect hair. I didn't need to sculpt anything. This is...
Life announcement. You ever wonder what YouTubers do with the money they get from the tube of you? Well, wonder no more.
I got a new chair. This one doesn't fall apart.
My previous chair was really small, and it would always creak all the time, real loud. That's probably awful audio.
Thanks for your support. This concludes the life announcement.
We're moving on to the younger sibling of the two, the diabolical? Clinically deranged? Oh, we're moving on to Jinx. She terrifies me. And not in a good way.
That's me!
For Jinx's face, we're using Tina Goldstein for this adorable optimism Jinx likes to hide behind.
You're doing great!
Now, one of the coolest parts about Jinx's appearance is sometimes her eyes are a vivid pink. Are they always like that? No, they're usually blue. Are we gonna make the Lego version have pink eyes simply because it's cool? Absolutely we are. LEGO has recently moved on from glowing eyes with pupils to glowing eyes with no pupils, so we shall do the same. Not too bad if you ask me.
Yeah.
First, I'm gonna map the reference photo to the torso. That way I can make sure I don't forget anything. Then, I'm gonna try to make a simple yet accurate design. I'm actually using a direct LEGO reference for the belt in order to give the character an authentic feel. You can also see me referencing LEGO's color chart throughout to make sure I stay on the color scheme. Now I can map out her top, and I've been trying to use vectorized lines for a smoother look. You're gonna have to tell me if it makes a difference. Of course, now we've got to hoist up the proportions and add the garnishes. Now, despite the fact that Jinx is built like a green bean, she is still very athletic, so we're gonna borrow some abs. Yoink. But then of course slim them down a bit. Now all that's left is the tattoos, and the front is done.
Wow.
The back of the torso involves stealing stuff from the front of the torso, starting with this belt. With some slight modifications and a flip, this is now the back of the belt. Now I just have to modify everything else.
What was that?
Breathing.
Oh.
Luckily, before too long, I finished the back as well, and we can finally move on to the legs. Now, is this the perfect color for the legs? Not really. Will it stand out with a vibrant flare, though? Yep. You can tell Jinx and Vi are siblings because they both made scrap metal steel-toed boots. Hideous. Now I gotta add some stripes, some extra stuff, and I've got myself the perfect pair of pants. I even remember to make a belt section where the fabric overhangs. Man, I had the perfect bit from season 2 for this, but no spoilers, remember? Moving on. The hair. Jinx's hair will be a combination of 3 different parts. Short, swept back hair for the right side of her head, a ponytail piece for her bang on the left, and the piece with the braids for the braids. In theory, all you have to do is combine them into one perfect piece and lengthen the braids. But since I'm not Matt Pat, I'll have to do this for real. It took forever. Trying to make everything match up and the hair flow work was excruciating, but better or worse, we got there.
Don't worry, Captain, we'll buff out those scratches.
Now all I have to do is print and assemble.
Remember last week when my printer was broken and I said I think I fixed it? I don't think I fixed it.
Wait, I still need that. After a bit of persuasion, it did a lot better, and I used a specific resin which allows it to bend without breaking. There's just one small problem. I made the braids taller than a minifigure. So I had to go back and shorten all the braids, but everything's fine now, and we're painted, we're good, this is good, it's all fine. Let's take a look at Jinx. I love how Jinx turned out. She is a dead ringer for her ARCANE counterpart. The style, the hair, everything. Amazing. The only downside was I had to make a decal for the arm tattoos, and they were not happy about being applied, but I was able to touch them up with some paint. The knockoff figure clearly pulls ahead again with the cleanness of the UV printing, but the hair was so sharp I actually got a nasty scratch on it. The hair also has these bulky hexagonal connectors for the braids, as they're not one piece. Discounting the scary eyes though, I really like everything from the neck down on the knockoff fig. I think me knowing what mine could look like is clouding my vision, so you guys let me know which one's better in the comments. I wanted to take a moment to say thank you to my wonderful Patreon subscribers. You guys are fantastic, and for those of you who don't know, all of the decals you see here today and all of the 3D models are available to Patreon subscribers. We've got one more character in the chain, and that is Vi's love interest. A true woman in uniform. And often wearer of strange hats. we will not be making the hats today. But we will be making the rest of Caitlyn. Hi, Editor Andrew here. I'm at the end of my second full day of editing, and this is my emotional state. So please enjoy this montage of everything for Caitlyn set to the classical tunes of Mozart.
Don't do it to me. I beg you. No.
You sure about that? You sure it was?
I think Caitlyn turned out exceptionally well. Honestly, this might be the best one in the bunch. Her knockoff figure is in a completely different outfit, and this outfit is more iconic. So I win, and I'll be taking no further questions. Overall, not too bad. I really liked my creations. Between you and me, I really want to make more Arcane figures. I mean, there are so many wonderful characters to make. Why do they make all of their characters so good looking? I don't understand why they make them like that. Anyway, please let me know down in the comments which characters you want to see me make next. Or if you didn't like Arcane, let me know which subject or movie or video game or whatever you want to see me make next. I love to make these things as long as I have the time to do so. And right now, I don't have the time because I don't have a watch on, but I do have the time always for you. Anyways, I've been Andrew, you've been watching the Scrap Box. Make sure to do all the YouTube things. I'll see you next time. Bye!